Maybe. Maybe. There we go. Fingerprint scanner is taking time, but the camera is so effing good. My day has been mixed, my knee's acting up, and I am just drained of any and all energy. Is that the same knee issue that you had before? On the camera, I love the photos, man. I love the photos on an Xperia. I think they're so good. So good. I think that they're highly underrated. I don't understand. A lot of people sort of say that the Xperias don't take good pictures. That's just total rubbish. I mean, the pictures that I got out of my 5.2, to me, they're some of the nicest photos I've ever taken. And I'm not just saying that. Obviously, I miss that phone. I genuinely miss that phone. Even with having the Pixel 6, I'm very happy with this phone. You know, we'll get into that shortly, but I do miss the Xperia a hell of a lot. And I definitely feel like that is going to be something that I'm going to have to get back at some point soon. Either a 5.2 or a 1.3 if I can push the boat out. Ideally, I'd like the Xperia Pro I, but it's a pricey boy. It's a pricey boy. I don't think many places are going to be stocking it here in the UK. Same knee, literally just adjust the ISO exposure yesterday and clicked a lovely photo while waiting for my food delivery. There you go. All the manual modes. An actual Pro mode. Something the Pixel 6 does not have. Even though the Pixel 6 Pro is a thing. Shouldn't be called Pro. Shouldn't be called Pro. I'm a little bit annoyed that Google sort of caved to that and sort of went with the Pro moniker instead of sticking with XL. But it is still just an XL. It's not Pro. It's not Pro in any way. That's kind of it's kind of annoying. I hate how they've all used the Pro moniker, because half the things just aren't Pro. Pixel 6 Pro definitely isn't Pro. Definitely isn't. I was going to make the chat a little bit bigger for you. I've got this in right place. God knows. That's what I'll get for rushing and setting my camera up. Because I was busy with it downstairs doing some B-roll stuff for the unboxing yesterday, and I just left it all downstairs. Managed to get the Elgato multi-mount set up, and got a flexi mount as well, sort of to go over the top for the top-down shots. It's pretty good. David, how are we, sir? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. How's things? How's Call of Duty? Adjusted the ISO and the exposure. It'd just be nice if you could do that. I mean, there's not many cameras that let you do that now. Pixel kind of fell into Apple's Pro adverts. Yeah, they did. Yeah, I mean, Samsung have just copied them in every other way, haven't they? That's the only thing. Samsung, they might not have copied necessarily on the naming side of things, but they have in terms of just about everything else. Better came third. First. If you ain't first, you're last. As the famous saying goes. As the famous saying goes. Now, I know there's been a lot of talk about Pixel 6. You've all seen it on social media. There's been multiple videos, streams, whatever. There's been quite a lot of negativity around the launch. Quite a few people having bad experiences, and a lot of people on previous Pixels having a bad experience as well with Android 12. It seems like a very mixed bag. There seems to be quite a lot of people that are having major issues. There's a lot more people, from what I can tell, that are totally fine. And then there's a number of people that are still having issues, but it's not too big of an issue for them in daily use. So, for example, I've been on both ends of this. So, like my Pixel 4 XL, many of you would have known if you'd have been following me on social media or wherever, that I have a lot of bugs with Android 12 on this phone. So many issues. And they're still there. Then on my Pixel 6, I have none of those issues whatsoever. Actually, the experience on the Pixel 6 is nigh on perfect. The only the only two bugs that I've come across on the Pixel 6 for me is usually happens when I'm in Discord, when I swipe away the app to go back to the home screen. And sometimes the keyboard stays up. And then all I have to do is sort of just swipe up again or swipe up to bring up all the apps and send it away, and it clears it. So it's not that one's not even an issue. It's pretty dead easy to sort out. The second one I've noticed is, I don't know if it's like a false readout on the battery percentage at the top of the phone. Like this morning, when I woke up, my phone was at like 7%, and I actually sent a tweet to do with my battery usage and the fact that I charged it at about 2 p.m. yesterday and used it all the way through till about 1 a.m. A lot of screen on time, doing lots of different things. I was even in an area for around 2.5 to 3 hours with very poor data coverage as well. And the battery was great. And that's on day one. So day one, battery really good. But this morning, woke up, it was on 7%. I put the tweet out. And then it dropped to around, I think it was either 5 or 4%. And then the phone shut off. It just shut off. It took me a bit by surprise, obviously. So, fine. I put the phone on charge this morning. Got to 100%. Took it off, started using it. Straight away, it drops to 97%. Right. So that kind of threw me off a little bit as well to start with. So I put it back on charge to get it back to 100, and so it charged back up to 100. So I don't know if there's some sort of false battery percentage or something like that. Popping up at times, so that's another just slight bug. But that, as well as the keyboard staying on the screen when I swipe things away, they're the only two little bugs that I've had. On the Pixel 4 XL, totally different story. Welcome in, Joris and Elmo. Hello, great greetings from Belgium. Good to have you in. Welcome in. Elmo, I pre-purchased the Pixel 6 2 days after the presentation to get the Bose 700s. Do you think the stock of the Bose headphones will last? Well, as far as I know, I assumed that the Bose headphones was something that you only got when you pre-ordered. But it seems that there's still quite a few places that are running the promotion even after after release. I'm still seeing advertisements on Facebook and such, so yeah, maybe they've actually got quite a lot of stock, because those headphones have been out for quite some time. I don't know if it's a couple of years now that they've been out, so it's probably not an issue. So yeah, I think they'll run that for a fair while if it's helping. Amir, if there's one thing you wish the Pixel had, what would it be? I would very much like it to have some manual modes on the yeah, like Adichie said, proper pro mode. I would definitely like it to have pro mode on the photo side at least. Especially when you've got a Pixel 6 Pro, you're putting that Pro name on there. They really should have manual modes. I think for me personally, because I tend to shoot in auto most of the time anyway, something that I would really have appreciated a lot more would have been a HDMI out. I would love to game on the phone, and I would like to stream some games at some point. So having HDMI out to go into a capture card and stream that live, that would have been great. But now I need another phone to be able to do that, which is kind of annoying. You know, there's a lot of Android phones that do it. You know, OnePluses do it, Samsungs do it. Even the Surface Duo has HDMI out. So it really should be there on Pixel. I mean, we should have a proper desktop mode by now, but that's another story. But yeah, what else we got? Pixel Lifestyle. Hey, how you doing? Welcome into the stream. Proper pro mode, headphone jack. Headphone jack would be good as well. Yeah, I think the trouble is a lot of people are comparing. My toaster has HDMI. A lot of people are comparing the video to iPhone. The iPhone is fantastic on video. Absolutely fantastic. It just is. And it's very, very good on photos as well. I mean, you can't go wrong with that experience. My problem with people comparing iPhones and Pixels is that most people that are buying iPhones are not looking at buying an Android phone, and vice versa. You know, people who are buying iPhones tend to be staying in that ecosystem. So I think it's better to compare iPhones to iPhones. If I was recommending an iPhone to people, I wouldn't be recommending an iPhone 13. I'd probably tell them to go for an iPhone 11 or an iPhone 11 Pro Max or something like that. Because they're very cheap and they're very, very good phones still. The cameras are still great. The video's still fantastic. 5G's still sort of half-baked. So save the money, have a good phone anyway. And it'll still get updates for years, so, you know. What else we got here? What else we got? Joris, if I must be honest, I feel like the new Pixel is a bit overhyped. I think there's definitely high expectations. You know, it is a Google flagship device. It's everything that they want Android to be. So I can understand people's expectations. For me, I honestly love this thing. I know I've only had it for just over a day, but I've had no issues with this. As I was saying at the start of the stream, I've got my Pixel 4 XL here, and I've only had this phone now for about 3 months. It's coming up on 3 months, maybe two and a half now. I've been running Android 12 on it since I got it, pretty much. And it's had bugs throughout. Once we got the full Android 12 release, I still had a lot of the bugs that I was experiencing, so I reset the phone. It cleared up a couple of them, but I've still got quite a lot. So a lot of the bugs that you see people complaining about on Twitter, I have those bugs on my Pixel 4 XL. At times, the touchscreen becomes completely unresponsive and you have to do a full reboot, which I hold down the power button until it reboots. Now, apparently that's something that's not supposed to happen. There's a bunch of people who said that that's not actually worked for them and their Pixels. So I don't know why that works for me and not others, but there seems to be some really weird things going on with Android 12 at the moment. And I think a lot of the problems with the Pixel 6 that people are having are definitely not hardware related, it's just software. So I kind of feel like Google will fix these things. I have no doubt that they will fix it. Hardware-wise, for me, there is nothing wrong with it at all. It's fantastic. I absolutely love it. But what do you mean by overhyped, Joris? If you want to elaborate on that, mate. iPhone video is the best. Not gonna lie, the cinema stuff looks mad. Yeah, I'm not keen on the cinema mode either. Is there any battery issues in both devices? In my Pixel 6, the battery has been very solid. I charged it at... What time did I charge it at this morning? Probably around 10 o'clock. Let me just check on the battery. I don't like the layout as well, the way they've laid out battery usage now. over the last 24 hours. That is really not useful at all. So from midday, I've been using my phone since midday. And what are we at? We're at 25 past 8 now. So I've had the phone on for about 8 hours. I've had... Ugh. So this is why I hate that they've done... They do this 24 hours thing, because it's just a nightmare. I've probably had... I think I've had about 4 to 5 hours screen on time so far. And my battery's at 48%. I know there's reviews out there that are saying that they had like 3 hours screen on time. I've been out most of the day. Last night I was in an area where there was actually no mobile signal whatsoever. And very, very patchy even when we did have signal. I was there for about 3 hours and, you know, it was still really, really good on battery life just yesterday. And it's only been a day. You know, most Android phones, you need to be using them for about a week, and then it sort of learns your usage, learns which apps you like to use, that sort of thing, knows which apps to shut down. So you've got to give it a bit of time for it to settle in. And if it's this good now, it's going to be even better. It's going to be even better, and I'm really, really happy with it. I mean, battery life on my Pixel 4 XL, not fantastic. So I'm really pleased with the jump. Really, really pleased. See if we can find some other questions here. Let's have a look. Kinda Coral Gang. Nah, Seafoam superiority, my friend. Seafoam! It's really nice. I like it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Coral looks quite nice. Coral. Sorry, it reminds me of The Walking Dead. I can't help it. Isn't the existence of bugs just proof that it's not optimized for that hardware yet? Potentially, yeah. Potentially. There's also that. There's also the fact that Tensor is very, very new. And yeah, we need apps to be optimized for that as yet. But I think for the most part, things run really well. I've actually found things to be more responsive and things running better. Like, for instance, playing Pokemon Go today. I just play it in the car when you know, we're going around places. Not while driving, just to be clear, my other half's driving. But like, in terms of how quickly it loaded up, connecting to the network and actually how quickly it downloads the data as well, seems to be quicker on this than it is on my Pixel 4 XL. Which is really good. Pixel 6 have any green tint issue? Is display good enough? What about the bezels, says Kofin. Welcome along, Kofin. Bezels, not an issue. I think people are blowing it out of proportion with bezels. I personally don't care about bezels that much. I actually found that... I mean, I had an iPhone 11, and people complained that the screen on that was absolutely terrible, and that it had massive bezels. The bezels were fairly large, but I never had an issue with it. I actually never had an issue with it, and I actually think, looking at this as it is, if I just put that to the screen there, a lot of what you can sort of see there, I mean, when you're using it, you don't notice it. It's all well and good when you sort of put it side by side with another phone. Then you'll notice it, sure. But in actual use, you don't. And to be honest, I'd rather have a bit of bezel and a flat screen than a curved screen. Because you've got those phantom touches, and the way it sort of warps the image slightly. You've got the durability question, and you've also got the, you know, if you need any repairs on a screen on a screen that's curved, the cost is going to be more. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the cost of replacing a Samsung screen, but my God, it's expensive, really expensive. David, I agree, mate. You can't beat real glass. You can't. But the great thing is, you know, when you go into something like the Pixel 6, with it having quite a big sensor now, you do get quite a nice bit of bokeh on there. It's quite nice. You get that little bit of background blur. I'm actually finding that, like what I did with my Sony Xperia 5 II, instead of using the selfie camera for selfies, use the main camera. Literally just switch it round. Just like this. Switch it round like that and take a picture. Done. And you'll get more background blur. You get more detail. Don't use a selfie camera. There's no point. There's no point. It's just better. I mean, looking at that, like the things in the background, the hats that are on the shelf, I don't know if you can actually see that. It's not going to really show you much detail there, but the hats are actually blurred. The shelf's blurred a bit, and everything on the shelf. So it's nice. That's the best way. I don't look very impressed in that picture, to be honest. But it's good. It's really good. Joris, I mean, the expectations are so high, but the deliverings are like meh. No, I disagree, Joris. I think they've delivered. I mean, this is a £599 phone. 599. I've had phones like far more expensive than this that have not been anywhere near as good. I've never bought a phone this. The last time I bought a phone at £599 or close to, I think the last phone I bought was a Lumia 1020. That's going back some time. Like, phones are expensive now. They're really expensive. I mean, this is something I would compare to an iPhone 13 Pro. That's £1,000. You know? And you can sort of say, well, yeah, the iPhone's got the better, you know, SoC and all that stuff. Palaver, it's got 120Hz screen instead of 90. Yeah, sure. They're not big differences. You're not going to notice that difference in actual use. So it's such a great experience. It's such a great experience. And I'm actually loving the experience so far on this Pixel 6. And don't forget, I'm going from a Pixel 4 XL, which is 1440p QHD. It's 90Hz as well. And I've gone from that to a screen that's 1080p and 90Hz. And that screen looks and feels better than the Pixel 4 XL. And that's probably down to, you know, the OLED technology, the better screen qualities, better screens that you can get now. It just feels smoother as well. And I think it's also partly, in terms of the smoothness, it's probably partly down to the fact that the Pixel 4 XL is suffering quite badly on bugs. But it just feels so good on this. I mean, I have, when I tried this and the Pixel 6 Pro side by side in the store, I didn't really feel much of a difference, couldn't see much of a difference. And I like the flat screen. And this is still a big phone. I mean, this is the standard 6, and this is a 4 XL. Side by side. Side by side. Basically identical. Identical size. It's a big phone, and it's heavier. It's heavier because it's thicker. It feels nice. It's just a nice size. I like the boxy design. I'm not really keen on hole punches. I'm not really keen on that at all. I don't like anything that cuts into the display, so the Pixel 4 XL wins on that. Yes, it's got the massive forehead that you would say is massive, but I like the face unlock as well, to be honest. Did the Pixel have only the fingerprint unlock the phone? I mean, come on, Google, I waited so long and only the... Yeah, there's only the fingerprint reader in the screen, which is another downside. I'm still using the Huawei Mate 20. Oh, what a phone. 5000 mAh, this phone outruns the Pixel. Well, I mean, it probably should. The Mate 20 was a good phone. Elmo. They're incredible for the price. I meant Seafoam, mix up the names. Easy done. Easy done. Asraf PHMR, sorry, I missed your message, mate. Worth an upgrade from the 4A. Massive upgrade from the 4A. Huge. Huge. Lumia for the win, Metech. Damn right. Welcome in, guys. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for the likes on the stream so far as well. I really appreciate that. What we missed? I legit didn't know that my G7 was blue until I took off the cover to remove the SIM card. 3 years on that phone. Have you had it in a case the whole time? I don't get people. You know, people say like, "Oh, why worry about the color of your phone when you're just gonna slap a case on it anyway?" Have we not heard of clear cases before? No? Cool. Anywho. But yeah, the fingerprint reader on the Pixel 6, it's a little bit sketchy. I've got 3 different fingerprints, or thumbprints on there, should I say. And it's not the most accurate, it's not the quickest. I don't really like in-screen fingerprint sensors anyway. I had the S10 Plus, and that was also not very great, but actually probably slightly more accurate, I'm not sure. I prefer one in the power button, like on the Xperia. I would have liked it in the power button. I think it's the better place to have it. And yeah, it's just slower, and you can't do as much with it. Like the one on the back, you can you can use it to bring down the notification shade and everything. But you know, that's the trade-off. It's one of those things. Not a lot we can do about it. Aaron Rahman, just being in love with that design and material, you. But fortunately, here in India, we don't have an option to purchase it, as it's not going to get released here. Only option we have is to get it imported. Yeah, it's sad that you have to do that, man. It's sad that you have to do that. It's I think if the Pixel 6 sells well, and by the looks of things it is selling quite well at the moment, I think you can start to expect it to expand out to the markets. And I would expect India to be one of the first markets that they do that with, because it's a big market. And if they're pricing it at this price, hopefully it should keep the cost fairly low there as well. Hopefully. That would be nice. Using the rear sensor for selfies helps get that natural bokeh. Damn right, Aditya. It's good. What else we got? Thinking the customs duty and everything, it gets very expensive if we import into India. Well, the good thing, Aaron, the good thing is that the Pixel 6 itself's quite cheap. You know, if you're importing an iPhone 13 Pro or something like that. Yeah, but this is starting at $599. So at least if you import it, it's not gonna be a ridiculous price. And to be honest, I feel like the Pixel 6 is just as good as a lot of phones that are close to £1,000 in some cases. It's just really nice. You know, I think it's a much better experience and overall package than, say, an iPhone 13. Just as an example. Yeah, the curved display is not great, Joris. I don't like the curved displays. They're not good. Flat all the way. Flat all the way. Started with Moto X style, then a Moto G6, and my sister's all OnePlus 5T, then back to Moto G6 again, and now a Huawei P20 Lite. The upgrade will be astronomical for me. That'd be a huge upgrade, Elmo. Damn. Coffin, no green tint that I can tell. The displays now are so good that you don't really see that sort of thing anymore. I think we're at the point now where the displays are beyond any sort of issue like that. It's not a problem. I think the display on this is very, very nice. And that's compared to my Pixel 4 XL. It's also compared to my other half's iPhone 12. Just really good. Really, really good. Those cases turn yellow in 3 weeks. What, these cases? Depends. If you're a smoker, maybe. I'm not a smoker. It usually takes a lot longer than that for me. I always use a transparent case. Somebody says giveaway, but no. Case and screen protector on day one. I always go Spigen, rugged case. I did occasionally remove the case to clean the phone, but it was the kind that's blue only when sunlight hits it at an angle. Well, That's some other things that I was going to show you guys, is that I actually have... This clear case is actually the Rink Fusion case, and it's a matte finish on the back, which is actually really, really nice. And other bits that I have here. So I should have applied this already, but I haven't. So I've got the Caseology tempered glass screen protector. The only thing I'm worried about with this is the fingerprint reader might not work. And considering how it's a little bit sketchy already, yeah, yeah, not sure about that. I'm not sure. I'm sort of tempted to just not put it on. I don't usually put a screen protector on my phone. I know that probably sounds quite risky, but I don't. I don't usually do it. And then I've got another case, which is this bad boy. So the Caseology Vault. And I haven't actually opened this yet. Shall we open it? I'll open it. Let's have a little gander. Come on. Let's have a gander. Live unboxing. Ooh. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. We have welcome to the club. We're happy to have you. Thank you for trusting us. Well, there we go. It's quite nice. I got the grey. Nice little Caseology logo at the bottom. Nice and textured. Ribbed on the inside for your pleasure. Pop it in. She said. There we go. Well, actually feels really nice. Feels pretty pretty smart, that. Nice little raised bit there as well on the lens area. It's good. I'm gonna leave that on for the minute. It adds a little bit more chunk to it than the Rink Fusion case, but man, it feels like I could use it as a weapon now. It's great. Right, let's. Anywho, Google Pixel can't shot the moon. I don't want to shoot the moon. I want to look at it. Why do I want to shoot the moon? I've got an astrophotography mode. Have you got an astrophotography mode on your phone? Have you? Have you? Don't know. Take a picture of the... Have you seen how cloudy it is here? Ibrahim, how are you doing, sir? Welcome. We're just talking Pixel 6 in a minute, man. Have I missed a comment somewhere? They're not pricing it competitors. A hell of a lot of stock price, but only those who want a Pixel for its software experience will buy it. Software experience is what it's all about. But unfortunately, there's a little bit of software quirkiness going on at the moment, so... Yeah, tricky one. Tricky one. Still doubting between the Pixel 6 and the Z Fold 3. You can get it on a €650 with a plan. Joris, it's a difficult one. The Pixel 6 is a normal phone. It's not really much different to what we've seen before. It's just very nice execution, nice upgrades on the lenses, Android 12 Material U, and all the other features that Google throws in there. The Z Fold 3 is very different. It's a very different kind of device, and you have to decide whether that extra screen real estate is something that you really need. Do you feel like you're going to use it any differently? Do you feel like you're going to do anything different? Or do you feel like you just want it because you want a foldable? I think a lot of people that have bought the Z Folds and also the Z Flips have just wanted a foldable for the sake of having a foldable because it's something different, which in itself is fine, but that can wear off very quickly. So, you know, and it's a lot more expensive. Hell of a lot more expensive. So it's difficult. It just depends on your use, mate. That's all it comes down to. Guys, if you wouldn't mind dropping a like on the stream as well, that would be fantastic. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. We hit 250 subs today. We're flying. We're flying. Ooh. Unlock the phone with Google Voice. That'll be a cool feature, not? I suppose that could work. That matte finish does look very nice. It's very nice. It's very, very nice. I nearly got it, Aditya. I nearly got this in the sage green. and I'm almost sort of wishing that I did. But I like the grey. The grey's good. There was black, there was grey, and sage green. So the same sort of sage green that you got on the Pixel 5. It's quite nice. Quite nice. I've seen a few people order it. I might sort of see how they find it. The Bellroy leather cases, Ibrahim says, for the Pixel 6 series look nice. I think they have a nice colour range too, but price around £45. Expensive case. It is an expensive case. But, you know, it's, you know, you get what you pay for and all that. A lot of people like those cases. Is the weight, Coffin says, is the weight well balanced? 270 grams sounds like a brick. It depends it depends really what you, how you feel about that sort of thing. I, just take it out again. Case. For me, I feel like it's pretty well balanced. It's definitely got a little bit more heft to it. But don't forget, this is still a big phone. This is still a big phone. What is it, 6.4 inches? Something like that? Around that. That's still a big phone. You know, the Pixel 4 XL is basically the same size. And that was an XL version. I think the increase in weight is quite common across a lot of phones. I mean, the iPhones are more heavier than they were because they put bigger batteries in. These have got bigger batteries in, so that's why the thickness has increased and you've got a bit more weight. I actually think this is the perfect sort of... I like a heavier phone. I used to run a Lumia 1520 that was a bit of a chunk and massive and pretty heavy at the time. And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So I don't mind a slightly heavier phone. I actually like my phones to have a little bit more weight to them. It makes them feel a little bit more substantial. The Xperia 5 II that I had, while still very, very nice and an absolutely glorious 120Hz screen, that thing was fluid. It was very lightweight, but then again, it's a very slim device as well. But even the Xperias have bumped up slightly with bigger batteries. So, you know, you're getting more weight in these phones now because of the battery sizes in particular. And it's still balanced. Even though you've got that bump, that camera bump, it still feels pretty well balanced. And I actually, when I'm holding it, my finger sort of sits underneath the bump, and it helps to sort of stabilize it a bit. And it doesn't feel as slippy. A lot of people saying these are really slippy phones. When I'm holding it, it doesn't feel slippy. It doesn't feel like it's going to slip out of my hand. So, you know, everybody has a different view on these things. You know, one of those things. Pixel 4 XL naked? Oh, madman. Mate, I've been running the Pixel 4 XL naked for many, many days. I actually really like running it that way. Case selection for the Xperia 5 II is abysmal. There's only one Spigen case, which, yeah. Yeah, I had the, I think it was the Spigen clear case on that. Anybody else in the chat that's got a Pixel 6? Do you have any experiences with it so far? What you finding? You eat 250 subs, 1,000 before the new year, mate. If I could get 1,000 before New Year, that would be astronomical. I don't see it happening, but you know, to the moon and all that. Ibrahim's working from home and not going out much helps. Also, carpet in the whole house adds that little bit of protection. Yeah, it does. Carpets are handy. Joris, if you're done, I subscribe. Well, I appreciate it, mate. I appreciate it. Welcome to the grounding crew. Nice to have you along. I think I'm probably going to run this vault case over the weekend, actually. Nice, I like it. Do you know Flossy Carter? I do watch Floss. I do watch him, his videos. Pretty funny. He says some funny stuff, and I I laugh a lot. Seems like a funny guy. Yeah, it gives you more of a premium feel, I think, with a little bit more weight. Definitely. Jezza, I've had it for 1 day so far. I'm enjoying it. It's an upgrade from the Pixel 1. You've gone from a Pixel 1 XL. The original Pixel XL to a Pixel 6. Wow. Now that's an upgrade. That is one hell of an upgrade. Whew. Awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, I'm not surprised you're enjoying it. If if that's what you've done, crazy. Juan Citron, welcome along, mate. Welcome along, everybody, to the stream. I appreciate you being here tonight. The only experience I have is that Best Buy failed to deliver. Pre-order Pixel 6 256C phone, still waiting. Damn it. Damn you, Best Buy. Shaking angry fists. That sucks. That sucks. And I'm kind of jealous, though, that you guys get 256 gigs on the Pixel 6, because here in the UK, we only get a 128 gig model. I would have much preferred a 256 gig. But 128 and my Google One account will have to do. MA, you have the clear case. Are you on the standard Pixel 6 or are you on the 6 Pro? If you get a chance, Ibrahim says, check out PBK Reviews teardown video of the Pixel 6 he dropped earlier today. I see the haptic motor is placed towards the top left of the device too, not towards the bottom center. Is that the one you posted in the Discord? I think you posted it in the Discord, didn't you? So haptics on the Pixel 6, I have to say, are very, very nice. Better than the Pixel 4 XL. I think better than the Xperia 5 II that I had before. I'm quite happy with it. Apparently the on the 6 Pro it's placed differently. I think the haptic motor is placed further down from what I've seen a few people say. Not really totally sure about that, but yeah. Coffin, thanks bro, I'll go for the Pixel 6. Subscribe! Thank you very much. Welcome to the grounding crew. Appreciate that. MA's gone for the green Pixel 6, the seafoam superiority. Urgh. It's not really showing the colour very well there. I need to, there we go. That's better. That's better. There we go. Perfect. Good stuff. Seafoam will take over. Love it. Could have upgraded sooner, but I had the unlimited Google. Oh, of course. And he got Android 10. Yeah. Android, I didn't really like Android 10 that much, but Android 11 was very good. And I actually prefer the design of Android 12 more than that. It's just a shame that there's just seems to be a bunch of gremlins in the pipeline somewhere. I don't know why, but there is. Salomon, which colour do you fancy more out of the Pro models? I would say the Stormy Black. Definitely Stormy Black. MA, a little better than 4. I have the 4 with me still. The 4's still a solid phone. I'm actually going to be doing something to stay tuned for on the channel. I will be doing a video with the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 4 XL. And also a standalone video for the Pixel 4 XL. It's still a solid phone. All in the UK 128GB except the 6 Pro Stormy Black. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, so I was right on that, Ibrahim. Yeah, cool. Cool. Juan, I have a question regarding speaker. How does sound music compare to the speakers of the 4XL? So I was actually talking about this on Twitter earlier a little bit. And the speakers on the 4XL are not very good. They're not very good speakers. Obviously, you've just got it's just the bottom firing speakers on these. It's pretty weak sauce, you know? It's not that powerful. And yeah, I went from a Xperia 5 II, which has got stereo speakers, stereo front-facing speakers. And yeah, it was quite the disappointment. I actually didn't expect it to be that bad. Going from that to the Pixel 6, So you've got the wider grille at the top. You can just about see it there. And it looks like it's sort of split. I can't really tell, but it almost looks like one's got like a sort of grill over the top of it more than the other side. I think one's, yeah, I don't know. I think the one's more the, can't tell. But yeah, it's got like a dual stereo speaker setup. So you've got audio coming out the top. You've also got it coming out the bottom. And it's louder, it's clearer, you get more bass. It's nice. And I actually think I would compare it to the Xperia 5 II in terms of quality. It was really good. Really, really good. So you will notice a difference. You definitely notice a difference. What else we got? Jezza, I have the Seafoam too. Yeah. I was worried about not liking the yellow part on the top, but it looks much better in person. Also, it's nice to see a fellow UK tech review. Oh, thank you very much, mate. UK hype. I'm very new to this. I mean, I've streamed. I did game streaming for 5 to 6 years under a different name, which was Air Guys TV. I just decided recently to sort of go for doing a tech channel, because it's what I originally did on YouTube back in like 2012, 2013, maybe even earlier than that. One of my videos in particular on this channel, which is the Lumia 1520 unboxing, is one that actually was on my previous channel before. So I decided to start a new channel and get back into doing the tech stuff, because I sort of fell out of love with game streaming and just games in general, because games nowadays are just not as good as they were. So yeah, I'm really enjoying doing it at the moment, and I intend to keep doing it. And we've got a lot planned, and we're going to keep doing as much as we can. Obviously, I'm not like most channels. I can't get lots of tech together. I can't afford to buy all the tech in the world, and I don't intend to, actually. What I'm planning on covering is I will focus on certain brands, and the brands that I'm most interested in. So we'll be focusing on Pixel, we'll be focusing on Xperia, and I'll quite likely be looking at Vivo as well at some point. They're just brands that I really like. Seafoam Army. Yes! Seafoam superiority. Let's go. The compressing video will be epic. How is the readability outside? Readability outside's been fine so far, but the trouble is, here in the UK, it's been very gloomy the last few days. So it's, yeah. It's... I was fine with the Pixel 4 XL, and this screen's quite a bit brighter, I think. So I don't think there's going to be any issue there, to be honest. Yeah, I've heard Xiaomi phones are pretty good on speakers. Although they've dropped the Mi moniker now, haven't they? It's just Xiaomi. Like, it's now the Xiaomi 11T Pro rather than the Mi 11 that they had before. Thank you, Joris. I appreciate that, mate. It's very kind of you. Very kind of you. Just ask the weather. Yeah, it's just dark all the time, so the screens are every screen's perfect. You'd have 200 nits and it'd be great. What we got here? How are you planning on doing future coverage on the Pixel 6 over the coming days and weeks? I've got a number of videos. I'm trying to stay away from doing the typical videos that people put out, because you see a lot of, you know, reviews, and the reviews tend to happen after like a week. It's just kind of ridiculous. I mean, some people even doing it within days. I don't want to do things typically. I want to focus on having having a proper experience with the device and collecting my thoughts properly and then putting them out in a video. So I'm recording a video tomorrow. It's basically going to be a follow-up to my last video, which some of you have seen it, some of you won't. And that was the Pixel 6 video, and it was why did I choose the Pixel Why did I choose the Pixel 6 over the Pixel 6 Pro? And that video's done great for me. I mean, you know, I was at 80 subs, around 80 odd subs, before that video went out. We're now over 250, mostly because of that video. So it's had a big response. It's approaching 15,000 views. It's doing really, really well. And I'm doing this next one as a follow-up to that. So I am recording that tomorrow, and I will hopefully have that put out by hopefully Sunday evening. I'm trying to get maybe one to two videos a week out at the moment, just to keep things sort of ticking over. I'd like to do more, but I don't want to sort of you know, just bombard people with content that's not really relevant. And it needs to be a genuine experience with the phone first. So yeah, you can guarantee that my opinions will be honest and truthful, as you should expect from anybody, really. But yeah, I mean, I like the 6. I like the 6. So I can tell you that much already. I like it. You don't need everything, just do your thing, but please go as deep in the details as you can. That's why I watch your shows. Appreciate it, man. October, man, it's dark as fuck at the moment. Yeah, it is. Oops, swear word. Beep. Does this work? I don't get why big tech channels and trying to push the 6 Pro. In my opinion, the Pro just didn't offer enough to me to justify the extra 200. I think the thing is as well, Jezza, is that a lot of the bigger channels and a lot of Team Pixel folks, or most of the Team Pixel folks, I think all of them, they all received the Pro. So that's just what they've got the experience with. It's not really... I know some channels have decided to get the 6 as well. They've bought the 6 separately to sort of compare properly. Some people just want the ultimate camera experience they can get on a Pixel, which the telephoto, you know, does give that. But I'm not really a telephoto user, so it doesn't bother me too much. So yeah, I think that's why a lot of people have a lot of channels have been more looking at the 6 Pro, because it is the flagship device technically. And a lot of people got sent that phone. I wouldn't have chosen it either way. I mean, if I could have got the 6 Pro over the 6, I would have still chosen the 6. If my writing is bad, please correct me. It's all right, Joris. I understand what you're saying, mate. That's the main thing. At $599, the Pixel 6 is the deal. It is the deal. It is 100%. It's £250 more for the 6 Pro. So what are you getting with that? You're getting a higher resolution screen, higher refresh rate, not hugely noticeable once you're actually using the phone anyway. It's only really noticeable when you're comparing it to another phone. The bigger battery is sort of offset by those things. So far in the tests that people have done, the Pixel 6 has actually had better battery life than the Pro, which is what I expected. And obviously you're losing the telephoto lens. It's not that big a deal. I don't think that's that big a deal for a lot of people, especially people using Pixels, because a lot of the Pixels have just had a wide and an ultra wide. So most people won't miss a telephoto. You've got the bigger main sensor, so you can crop in 2 times, and actually it's still really, really, really good. So yeah, and you get the nice colors. I think you get a better size phone. I think the Pro's a bit too big, and that's coming from somebody who likes big phones. So yeah, you've got the 12 gigs of RAM. Why anybody needs that, I don't know. Because 8's plenty for everybody. Literally everybody. What else? I think you get the nicer finish on the 6. You get the matte sides. You get the matte black rails instead of the shiny rails on the Pro. I don't like that. I never have. I don't like it on the iPhones either. I prefer the aluminium finish on the standard iPhones. And on the Pro models, you get that shiny stainless steel. Tends to scuff more, and looks nasty with fingerprints. Don't like it. So I'll take the standard, please. I'll take the standard. Wesley Moreno just subbed. Greetings from Puerto Rico. Welcome along. Welcome to the grounding crew. Appreciate that sub. Good to have you in. Good to have you in. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it anyway. I don't know about you guys. Do you feel that the Pro is worth the extra 250? I mean, even at that price, even at $849, still good value compared to other phones around it. The 6 is just such good value on its own. Yes. Yes, Ibrahim. Same matte rails, same matte black, exactly the same finish. Just identical. Identical. I sort of see. You can sort of see it with the shine on it, how it looks. It just looks matte. But yeah. Solid. Love it. Oh, you've got a Mate 20. Is that the Mate 20X? Is that the Mate 20X that's the 7.2 inch? I nearly got that phone. I nearly bought that phone at the time. What a monster. Basically a tablet. Also, if you don't want to buy the Pixel 6 or 6 Pro outright now that the Bose offer has ended, some decent contract offers have appeared by third-party resellers in the UK, so you have that option too. Yeah. Yep. Really good. Good point. Oh, mate, the coloured power button. What a letdown, eh? It's the one thing that's missing. Yeah, the 20X was a beastie. So yeah, I am honestly quite happy with the Pixel 6. As I've already said, cases wise, we've got the Rink Fusion, we've got the Caseology Vault. I've been running the Rink Fusion since I got it. I've only just taken this out of the box on stream, so I am going to use this over the weekend, I think, because I'm going to be doing quite a lot more shooting and stuff, a lot more testing of the cameras. So we will yeah, come back to the cases at some point. So I just want to talk about them in terms of durability a little bit later on, but that's going to be some way away. And I'm still unsure about the screen protector. I don't know. The only downside, the only slight negative I have at the minute is the fingerprint reader. It's the only downside. Only one. The only one. Shame that you didn't buy it. Yeah, I think at the time I just couldn't afford it. I can't remember what phone I was running at the time. I think I might have been on my Pixel 2 XL back then. Pixel 6 screen side. Honestly, Jezza, the Pixel 6 is still a big phone. You would think with it being the standard model that it would be quite small. It's still big. And I love it. It's the perfect size for me. Perfect size. So a couple of other bits as well, guys, that I've got. So for those of you into your audio, if you've got some decent earbuds or headphones, Pixel 6 does support LDAC, so you can get some very good quality audio through there. So like I've got the Plantronics Backbeat Pro 2s, and these are you know, these have LDAC in there as well, and you can use multiple devices with this as well. They're really good. They're about £100, just over £100. Really good headphones. I don't know if I should say, like, if that classes as an ad, because I got given these by Plantronics about 2 years ago, maybe longer. Might be 3 years now, actually. That was as part of a promotion when I was actually streaming. I was a partner on Mixer. And they had a little promotional thing. There were a few of us streamers that got given these to sort of promote a little bit. And I actually really like them. I really like them. I've used them for quite some time. Battery life's absolutely solid. Yeah, so, but I recently was given this little bad boy. So that is periodic audio, a Rhodium. As you can see there, USB high-resolution portable DAC. Aditi knows what this is. Ibrahim knows what it is as well, most likely. Little DAC. So this obviously you don't have a headphone jack on a Pixel 6. So this thing is really cool because it plugs into just a little dongle, essentially. It's tiny. Plugs into USB-C port on your Pixel, and then you can plug in your earphones. Wired earphones, and you can get a really good audio experience. Really good. And if I can get into this, I've actually bought my first set of IEMs, and this was at the recommendation of Sam, or Do Average, on the old Twitters. I haven't opened these yet, Aditya, these IEMs, but I'm going to open them now. We're going to have a look. So these are just accessories, essentially, for my Pixel, which, you know, I'm covered on all areas now. So these are the ZSN Pros by KZ. Those bad boys right there. In-ear monitors, IEMs. There they are. It's nice packaging, actually. These are £20. £20. These are better than majority of earphones you'll get around that sort of price. And that's them in the box there. Really cool. Really, really cool. So I'm going to be testing these next week. And I'm going to test the headphones as well with the Pixel because of the LDAC. I can't get into this damn box. Can you fall out, please? There we go. So yeah, really good. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. So get these out. Come on, Jezza with the sub. Thank you very much. I need some sound alerts on there because they're not. So there it is. So I'll just get one of them out at the minute, just to show you. So these are really nice. There it is. Little bud. Nice blue with the silver. Really, really nice. So the cables are detachable as well, so you can actually change the wiring because it can give you a sort of different sound signature at times as well. So they come with a set of buds already on there. There's also another 3 sets of buds in there. Another 3 sets of buds in there. And then you've got the actual... And then the actual cable that's in there as well. Just quickly open this. Waiting for me to stop the live stream because I can't stop watching. I have work at 4 tomorrow. Oh, man. Maybe I'll just stream all night. So there you go. Quite a nice, nice cable, that. Braided. Really good. So I'm looking forward to trying them. They're really, really cool. For £20. £20! Mate, it's so nice. Like, that is such a good experience. Like, just the unboxing is nice. You know? Well impressed. Already, and I've not even heard them yet. If they're as good as Sam says, then they're going to be great. So well, I've missed a lot here, haven't I? Generally wondering what phone in the market this year can match the Pixel 6 at the price to performance at $599. So the only other phone that I can think of at $599 is the Xiaomi 11T Pro, which we've already mentioned. And with that, you're getting, I think you get a 120 hertz display, but I don't see how you're not going to get anywhere near the same camera experience. Nowhere near. You're not going to get the same software experience. The Pixel just wins for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you like Xiaomi's, then that's a great phone. But for me, I don't see what else you can buy. The OnePlus 9 is down at a similar price now as well. The OnePlus 9 is a very, very good phone. Got some very nice camera sensors on there. So, I definitely think that's something worth looking at. It just depends what you like in terms of the feature set. So just buy what works best for you. The OnePlus 9 will definitely have a better fingerprint reader. But you know, it's one of those things. You bellend. Sorry, Joris. Sorry, mate. Apologies. Right, what else we got? What else we got? I thought I'd already subscribed, as I'm sure I've watched some of your videos before this, Jezza. I think you've commented, mate, actually. I think I did see you comment before, funnily enough. But I appreciate the sub, mate, I really do. I mean, it's easy to miss that sometimes. I sometimes watch videos and then realize, I don't realize for months that I'm actually not subbed to a channel. So it does happen. Alistair May, my first Pixel just moved from the Note 9 and I'm impressed. Not missing the Samsung bloat at all. It's a nice experience, isn't it? Alistair, it's really good. It's really nice. I know a lot of people like Samsungs, and I'm not gonna slate them to the point, and say that they're rubbish or anything like that. I've never had a good experience with a Samsung other than the Galaxy Note 4. That's going back a long time. I had an S6 that had a battery issue. I sent it back to Samsung 3 times over the course of 3 months, and eventually they replaced it, and I sold it on principle because I just didn't want to use it anymore. I had a S7 Edge. The S7 Edge was actually pretty nice, but I hated the curved screen. I hated the phantom touches, and yeah, the camera was good. But compared to my Lumia at the time, the Lumia took the more color accurate pictures, and I preferred to stick with that. And then I had the S10 Plus. I went from the Pixel 2 XL to the S10 Plus. And I hated the in-screen fingerprint reader. I hated the front-facing camera, the way that it smoothed everything out. It was terrible in low light. My friend's OnePlus 6 was way better in low light. Just didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. And it was pretty crappy on Exynos. My other half also had the same phone, and her screen died. So that wasn't good. So yeah, that's. I've never had a good experience with Samsung. Don't get me wrong, I'd like to try a Fold. Because I want to. I know I mentioned earlier, somebody asked me about what I want to do on the channel and what I'm planning on doing going forward. So I'm going to cover Pixels, Xperias. I do want to cover foldables. Foldables is something that I will get into eventually when I can afford to. And that's something that I definitely want to really get into. Reaching for my CCA 10s because of how good Sony drives them. I seriously considering picking up the CCA C16 for the holidays. What kind of price are they going for? Pixel, Samsung lost a customer so long ago. Pixel Lifestyle, so you used to use Samsung then, yeah? I know a guy who's upgrading in 2021 from an iPhone 5S. What? People still use those things? Crazy. And he's getting a Pixel 4a. A Pixel 4a is actually a really good upgrade from a 5S. That's a good shout. That's a really good shout. Well, I don't know if you, some of you guys, I know some of you guys watch Juan Carlos Bagnell, some gadget guy. My favorite YouTuber on the internet. TK is very, very close to that as well, up there as well. But he put out a video to do with discontinuing the Pixel A series. whether it should be something that Google does. I actually think that they should keep the A series. I think they need to release them at the same time as the main series, as well as get the numbering on a par. So, you know, next year we've got Pixel 7, Pixel 7 Pro. Shouldn't be called Pro, it should be XL, but that's by the by. And then do the Pixel 7a. Even give it a tensor chip. Give it a tensor, but a lower end tensor. In fact, they might even be able... Imagine if they could give the Pixel 7a the same full-blown tensor that's in the Pixel 7. Would just make it like, you know, keep it at 60 hertz and keep it cheap. Because by the sounds of it, the tensor is a lot cheaper for them than the Qualcomm chips. It's part of the reason why the Pixel 6 and Pro can get down such a low price. So I'd like to see them continue the A series. This live stream is the push for me to subscribe. I didn't know that you're such a great guy. Joris, you're a legend. I appreciate you being here, mate. And I'd like to see you in future as well. That'd be great. Note 9 battery degraded after 2 years constant charging. Was the battery life just not very good on it, Alistair? Was it just poor altogether, or did it just get bad really quick? It's annoying we get shafted with Samsung with the Exynos chip. Yeah, I mean, you know, you can see why they're doing it. I mean, I think the Exynos chips coming out next year, especially the ones that have got the AMD graphics partnership, that could be very interesting. Very, very interesting. But it's more the... I think they just need to get the efficiency a little bit better. And obviously the camera processing tends to be a fair bit different as well. Pixel Lifestyle. I never had an issue with Samsung. I just cannot be a part of their customer base due to many reasons. Fair enough. If you don't want to explain that, that's fine. But yeah, Samsung have really nice hardware, but not enjoyed the software experience, whether it was Samsung experience or One UI. I really enjoyed the Pixel experience and HTC Sense. HTC Sense was great. Loved that. I do like, is it One UI 4.0 that's coming with Android 12? That actually looks really nice. Actually looks really nice. I'd be interested to see how that runs on a Fold. I wish I could just get the Snapdragon like the US. Jezza, mate, I know. It's part of the reason, it's part of the thing that puts me off. Joris with this, welcome to the grounding crew, sir. It's partly what puts me off getting a Samsung, because I kind of feel like we are getting a raw deal. We pay more in the UK for these phones, and then we get given lesser hardware, essentially. I just don't think it's fair. Joris, oh my god, can you imagine the Google Pixel Fold? Well, it's happening. It's looking like it's happening. It is looking like it's happening. It's, obviously Android, is it Android 12.1 or 12L or whatever they're calling it? That's bringing in foldable optimization. So things like the already Samsung Folds, especially the Surface Duo 2. I think the Surface Duo line is going to benefit massively from it. Hugely. Yeah, and then the Pixel Fold. It would make sense. And I think the great thing is that with the way that Google have been able to price the Pixels at the minute, because of Tensor and whatever else, I think they'll be able to price a foldable a lot less than Samsung. A lot less. I mean, I reckon you'd be looking at maybe just over $1,000. I think they're going to bring the cost down a lot. That's just my guess. I got the guess right with the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro in pricing. I went lower than everybody else. Everybody was saying that I was mad, saying that the Pixel 6, I thought the Pixel 6 would release for $699 and the 6 Pro for $899. I was very close. I mean, $899 it is in is it $899 in the US, I think it is. And then $599 for the 6. So I was pretty close on that. Pretty close. So I'm thinking just over 1,000 for a full-on foldable Pixel. Not like the Flip, more like the Z. Fold, sorry. The Z. Brains fried. Is this side is going to my head? Around $100. CCAC 16 is apparently cheaper than the KZS AS16, despite them more or less being the same thing from the same company. KZ equals Knowledge Zenith. I like that. Will there be a 6A or 6A Pro? No, there won't be a 6A Pro because that wouldn't make any sense because the A line's more the sort of budget option. So I think there'll be I don't really want them to do a 6A. I think the 5A and the 4A 5G that are out at the moment are totally fine. I think next year though, I think with the Pixel 7, they should launch a 7A. Get the numbers all lined up right. And yeah, I think that'd still work really well. And you turn on the bell icon, Joris. Legend. What a legend. This year's Tensor will most likely be in the A-series device next year if they decide to continue the A-series. I think it should be. I think even if they clocked it lower, you know, even if they sort of cut it down a little bit, if they can do that. If it's their own design, they probably can. Just slow the cores down or something. It would be an absolute battery champ. Champ! AMD graphics on an SoC sounds heavenly. Snapdragon are in extremely powerful position when it comes to mobile SoCs. Yeah. I think more competition. Just want more competition. I think AMD getting involved definitely adds some competition. That's what we want, right? We want more competition. Better chips, better phones, better tablets, better whatever. And it's better for us. As consumers, it's just better. Looks like March 2022 for the Fold, as Android 12 is due to be officially released after beta in March 2022. That'd be fine. Pixel Watch may come at the same time too. March, April 2022. I've just read that, Anna. A foldable and a watch from now. I just read. No, I didn't. God, this side was really going to my head, isn't it? Right, lightweight. Foldable and a watch. I would like a watch. I think the Fitbit's a good, probably the best option on Android at the minute, really, Fitbit. I know they work with iOS as well, but I can't wait for the Tensor 2 chip. Well, Tensor as it is, in this bad boy, it's very good. As far as I can tell, so far, I have been very, very happy with it. I think fold phones are going to definitely be the future when they work out all the kinks and they come down in the price. I think a little bit would be amazing. Yeah, I mean, they're already coming down. I mean, Samsung reduced the price of the Fold 3 compared to Fold 2 by quite a significant amount. The Flip 3 starts at like $949, which is really, really good. I've seen a lot of flips on eBay. I think a lot of people have bought them and just not been happy with it. And I'm seeing a lot of them on eBay and they're selling at like 650 in like brand new condition. A lot of them. So there's a lot of people that don't seem to be particularly happy with the Z Flip 3, which is understandable because the battery is terrible. The charging speeds are also terrible, especially if you're going to have to charge it more often. And then the screen quality is still not there really on these foldables. But it'll get there. It'll get there, and I'd still like to try one. I think 1,000 too less. I think it will be more than that. I'm guessing 1,100, Joris. I'm guessing 1,100 for a Pixel Fold. I think 11 to 1,200 is my ballpark. I reckon. That's Milo. For those that don't know, we've got 2 Yorkshire Terriers. Are you done barking? Are you done? Eh? Gobshites, right? Don't count MediaTek as well. The Dimensity stuff's really good. The is it the OnePlus Nord 2 with the 1200 AI? That is, I mean, it's like 855 performance, so you've got a similar performance to what you get in a Pixel 4 XL. Solid. I mean, Pixel 4 XL is more performance than most people need anyway, so as I say, a video on that coming very soon. But I yeah, it's. I think more phones are going to start using Dimensity. I mean, like Vivo are using like a mixture sometimes. It's kind of weird, but you know, it gets around the chip shortage a little bit as well. Now the battery champ is and will be the iPhone 13 Pro Max for a long time. I can't really substantiate that, Joris. I mean, I know a lot of people have had really good experiences on the iPhone 13 Pro Max, but it's an iPhone. I just I'm not that fussed about it, to be honest. I'm getting very, very good battery on my Pixel 6. I imagine the 6 Pro could be better, potentially, depending on how you use it. But yeah, Apple products. I mean, like I've got an iPad at the minute, the 2020 version. The battery life on that's fantastic. I mean, it's the stand. I think it's the standby time in particular that works well for iPhones, Apple products in general. Android phones, the standby time it tends to sap battery more than Apple products. I mean, we've got things like always on displays. You know, when you're using an always on display, it uses battery life. iPhones don't have that. Would you rather have the feature or not have the feature? Would you rather sacrifice a bit of battery life to have more features? Because you get more features with an Android phone. You just do. Just read the Pixel 6 series supports SBC, AAC, LDAC, aptX HD, but not aptX adaptive. Yeah, so I was just talking a little bit earlier, Ibrahim, that about the fact that it's got LDAC because I've got my headphones here that are LDAC supported, so I'm going to try that out at some point in the next few days. Because these work really well with my Xperia, so I've missed that on the Pixel 4 XL, because that doesn't support any of it. So yeah. Yeah, really good. Really good to see those codecs on there. And then, as I say, I've got the Rhodium DAC dongle amp thingy bob and my ZSM Pros to try out some nice audio options on the Pixel 6. Bum, bum, bum. Are Google going to be releasing a fabric case like other Pixel? It appears not. Yeah, so it appears they're not releasing a fabric case. I mean, maybe they'll bring it back at some point if enough people are sort of requesting it, but yeah. Dimensity 1200 is great. Yeah, the Mali GPU is not as Antutu friendly as the Adreno ones, but they're still just around half a generation behind the USD chips. Yeah. In general, performance Aditya, as said, we said before, the Dimensity 1200, most people would use it fine. They wouldn't even be able to tell they've not got a Snapdragon chip. I can't tell that I've not got a Snapdragon chip in this thing, you know? So, yeah. They're all so good these days. I think Google will be helped out a lot by Samsung for the Fold, and that will be drive price up a lot at least. So I don't think Samsung's helping Google at all. Google Voice Assistant's all activating now. I don't know why. On both of my Pixels at the same time. I don't think they'll help at all. I don't think the data that they get from the folds and the flips is data that they're giving to Google. I think some gadget guy mentioned that before that they're not, whereas Microsoft are actively working with Google in terms of the foldable software side of things with the Duo. Well, Adichie, I thought Juan mentioned that the it's actually more of an amp as well, or a little bit of an amp. I could be wrong. Or it amplifies it a little bit more than the headphone jack or something like that on the Xperia. I can't remember now. I'll have to rewatch it. But yes, DAC. USB DAC. But either way, it's going to be such a great audio experience compared to like a pair of USB-C headphones or something, you know. Have you used voice-to-voice to text thing? Yeah, as I've been using it. It's the only phone I've used it on that actually works. I did use it. I used it messaging my friend Rick, and it worked really good. Like, it was just super accurate, really quick. Cracking. Loved it. It's the only time I've used it. I don't know how often I will use it. I hate the sound of my own voice, which is ironic considering I'm doing this stream right now. But, yeah. Good. Solid. Really good. You're still waiting for the Zerdas? Man, that thing's going to be so nice. I will sacrifice battery for features, and that's why I always use Android instead of iPhone, Joris. I'm not, and that's nothing against iPhone, by the way. I understand why people buy iPhones. They're solid devices. If they do what you need, nothing wrong with them. I read somewhere that majority of apps and developers have not yet enabled 120Hz on apps on iOS for iPhone 13 Pro series, so time will tell if the battery life stays steady. That's something I did think about as well, Ibrahim. The fact that they're not using the 120Hz. That will save batteries, so as soon as those apps optimize for that and allow for it, then battery life will go down. It just will. It has to. And by the sounds of it, it's a significant number of apps that are not using that as yet. Barry Lawson, hi man, just jumped in, so missed most of your chat, but I hope you're enjoying that new Pixel. Barry, I'm loving it. Seafoam superiority. Yeah, it's great. Thank you. And welcome to the stream. I appreciate it. Hey man, what about the wearables? Did you hear something about that? There was something sort of a collab between Samsung and Google for a watch. Well, they've collaborated on Wear OS and Wear OS combined with Tizen. So the Galaxy Watch 4 series, you know, is Wear OS enabled as such, so you get the apps and everything. I don't know. I don't think they're collaborating on hardware. I don't think that's I think it's more just a software side of things. But I would like a Pixel Watch, please. Gimme. Gimme it. Put the Nokia X20 with the SD480 SoC and people will not be able to tell to a large extent. I think a lot of people wouldn't be able to tell. Especially, a majority of people are just, you know, the messaging, they're using Facebook. Maybe a few other social media sites. Maybe the odd video. Phone calls. A lot of people, there's still plenty of people that don't do a lot with the phone, so a phone like that's perfectly fine. Isn't that the phone that was in the new Bond movie? It was kind of weird seeing James Bond use a kind of terrible Nokia. Like, he's got all these fancy gadgets, he's got his Omega watch that, you know, fries people's brains, and then he's got a Nokia X20. Or something. Kind of weird. Just saying. Hoping Google makes some Gen 3 Pixel buds for link sales with the Pixel 6 since they're releasing a new wireless charging stand. The new wireless charging stand looks nice. Does look good. Does look good. I like it a lot. Might get it at some point, but I kind of feel like I don't really want to use wireless charging. One thing you should do, really, is not use wireless charging because it is more damaging to the health of your battery. So try and use wired charging where you can. And if you can use a slower charger, and that does you fine, then use that. I mean, you know, we're getting to, you know, it's 20 to 10 here at 20 to 10 p.m. now. My Pixel 6 is at 45%. It's at 45%. So take from that as you want. I mean, I've been using the camera a bunch. I've been playing Pokemon Go. I've done a number of things on there today. But apparently the Pixel 6s and 6 Pros don't last more than 3 hours. I don't know. I don't understand. Like, Bond films are like one long commercial. Yeah, they've been Sony commercials for quite a while. Yeah, so you the thing is, Jezza, with wireless charging, it's not a there's a lot of lost energy and heat. So that's why wireless charging doesn't tend to be as fast as wired charging. I mean, it's getting more efficient, it's getting better over time, but you still have some expenditure of that energy and heat, and that heat is damaging really to the battery and maybe to other things as well. Who knows? But I tend to stay away from wireless charging as much as I can. I think it's fine for the most part. You know, if you wanted to do like a reverse wireless charging on some buds or something like that, then that's quite handy. That's quite good. I think for charging the phone generally, just stick to an 18-watt charger. It's not the fastest, but it will help the battery life in the long term. What 3 hour reference? What do you mean reference? Was it said by somebody else? Maybe some other YouTuber? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, you know, I do find it very, very strange. Extremely strange. I mean, even The Verge, right? The Verge are terrible on reviews most of the time. The guy who did the review even said that he really didn't like the design of the Pixel 6. He didn't really like Android 12 all that much. But he said the battery life was very, very good on both phones. I tend to stay away from charging altogether. I use my phone once and upgrade every time the battery drains out. Rather be safe than sorry, you know. Big brain move. Boom. Deech is on it. He knows what he's doing. It's expensive, but yeah. Sany. Yeah. Agreed. But they know how to build a PC. Psych. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Joris, woke up this morning at 3 a.m. with 100% battery, watch YouTube, playing small games, use TomTom, listening to music, and watching now with my headphones via Bluetooth. 52% of battery. That's on the Mate 20, yeah? The Mate 20X that's got its massive battery and efficient screen. I think Marquez runs his devices at 100% brightness and 5G consistently. Does he not have Wi-Fi? Like, I kind of feel like it's a really strange way to test the device. I don't understand why anybody wants 100% brightness. Like, that to me hurts my eyes. Why do you want 100% brightness? Like, look at it. Look how dark everything goes. That's how bright it is. Bright. Like, really bright. Like, why would you... I tend to run mine at around... I'm usually about there. Maybe 60 to 75%. 60 to 70% on brightness. Yeah, I bet it did a detour. What's your standby time, Pixel 6? I honestly, like, I hate this battery readout, man. I really hate the battery readout on this, on Android 12. See, on the Lumia, not on the Lumia, oh my god, I got Lumia on the brain. Windows Phone, rest in peace. On the Xperia, Aditya will know this, you go into battery and battery usage, it's absolutely, it tells you what you've used since the last time you've charged it. The trouble with this is that it gives you the last 24 hours. It's really annoying. Really, really annoying. Yeah, exactly, Jezza. That was it. 52% of my 20x, yeah. Cracking, man. 100% means eyes need checking. That's just not... I don't understand. Like, who runs 100%? Yeah, but this is the thing though with Deej. You wouldn't do a review, would you? You wouldn't do a review of a phone by having it under lights, 100% brightness all the time, and on 5G the whole time. And I think they'll probably have millimeter wave as well, which apparently could consume more battery power. I don't know. And they're saying that the 5G modem in this is not as efficient because it's an older modem. So stick it on 5G the whole time, 100% brightness, playing a game. 3 hours dead. I don't know. I don't know. Seems a really odd way to review a device to me. But that's me. See, I was on about that a minute ago, saying is that Android phones, in terms of the standby time, is not fantastic. Like, you do lose more battery overnight. I don't know if that's partly down to having the always on display as well. But I can lose around 10% overnight easily. I don't know if that'll be the same on the Pixel 6, but that's where I was losing on the Pixel 4 XL. So I'll have to sort of try and judge that a little bit more. I might just turn off the always on display overnight and see if that makes things any different. And that's the thing, as I was saying before, the iPhone doesn't have an always on display. So then you've got to look at, do you want the features or do you want the battery life? And that's just a trade-off. It's a trade-off. I'd rather have the features, and I'm still getting good battery life, so I'm fine with that. Cheers, Doris. Appreciate it, man. Three consecutive weeks at 100% brightness. Just sat in a room under a light. I don't even know. I just... Millions of people watch these people. It's great. Currently have my brightness at 48% in a bright lit room and it's still plenty. Exactly. Which case are you rocking? So, we were on about this a little bit earlier, saying so I have a glass screen protector I haven't applied yet because I'm worried that the fingerprint reader won't be happy with that. A lot of people have been having issues with the fingerprint readers, as they do on other phones. So cases wise, I've been using the last day or so, I've been using the Ring Fusion, which is obviously clear TPU case. Got a nice matte finish on the back there, so it's a little bit grippier, I think. A little bit. It's quite nice. It's a nice feel to it. So I've been using that, and I've just took this out of the box, which is the Caseology Vault. So that's that. That's really nice, actually. I'm going to use this over the weekend. I'm going to be shooting a little bit more B-roll with the for the video tomorrow, because I'm actually doing another video tomorrow. I'm recording it. And I think I'll probably do the B-roll with it out of the case, to be honest. But I'm going to be shooting a bunch of photos over the weekend, so I'll probably rock this for a while now as well. And the nice cases, I really like that Caseology case. I haven't had a Caseology for a little while, and it's pretty sweet. As is the Rink, to be fair. iPhone standby is good, but once you then start to use it, I find it then drops quickly, says Barry Lawson. Yeah. That's the thing, iPhones are very good in standby, they're very good on low power, but as soon as you start pushing them, they're like everything else. And they're very high, that chip is very high powered, so if you're doing anything intense, it will drain quick. You can drain it quick. 100% at 5 AM when your alarm goes off. Mate, you'd have no eyes left. Be gone. Gone. Sitting in my living room at the moment with a clear white LED light. My living room is very bright and my Pixel 4 XL with auto brightness has only reached 66%. I sometimes wonder. I don't have a beard, but I'm imagining I'm TK. I had a shave earlier as well. Just nothing there. Nothing there. Still 4 hours left to sleep. Thanks, man. All good. Joris, no, don't blame me. Don't blame me. I love the bedtime feature on Android 11. My phone just went grayscale, telling me to go to bed. Yeah. So it's a nighttime. The nighttime mode's really good. The grayscale one's really interesting. Takes it a bit like a step further. Is there a way to turn off the wake up feature when I look at the screen? It wakes the phone up. Yeah, I think there is. I'm pretty sure there is. Is it lift to wake? Is it called lift to wake? I think. Could be wrong. Let's have a look. Yeah, so that's under gestures in system settings. The lift to check phone. So yeah, you can disable that. I have a beard a first length long. How did you know? A fist length long. Hey, I'm so good. So good. You've got more hair on your chin than I have on my head. Just saying. New chip tense and new camera hardware mean a lot of potential in the Pixel 6. All Pixels get better in time. Feature drops will only add new exciting features. Damn right. Those feature drops are good. I just switched off lift to wake up, right? My phone now. I don't need it. It's fine. I mean, I'm tempted to turn it off myself now. Yeah, Sany though, I completely agree. Or super, is it Super Sany? Maybe? Sany! But yeah, lots of potential. Yeah, the experience display is kind of weak sauce. Fine indoors, but on a sunny day, I will need to carry a portable shade in the summer. You think it's weak, Aditya? I think it's pretty good. It's not the brightest, but I don't feel like I'm actually in the sun too much. Love it. Hey, Welsh lad, welcome back, man. Loving my Pixel 6 sort of Seafoam. It's my first Pixel phone. $599 and Freebo's NC700 with 349 makes this the bargain of the century. I agree entirely. Honestly, I agree entirely. It's a stunning price for the hardware that you're getting. And those headphones, as you say, like £350, you can buy them brand new for £300 on Amazon, but still, that's $300. That's half the price of the phone that you're getting in a free gift. It's amazing. I'm glad you're liking it. Are you having any issues? A lot of people are having problems. I just wondered, Welsh lad, if you're having any bugs or anything that you've encountered at the minute. All good, Jezza lad. Also, I mapped the camera button to directly take me to the Pro Camera app. Yes, that's what I did as well. Good man. As Juan said, Basic is for... Not going to say it. It's good, but definitely on the weak side of the spectrum. Sammy displays just blow this out of the water. Yeah. I think the Xperia displays, the brightness is probably the main issue. They don't get as bright as some phones. But I really like the creator mode because you get that super accurate coloring. I really want an Xperia Pro I. I haven't spoken about the Pro. I know I was gonna do. I've got it in the title of the stream. You may have seen it, guys. The Xperia Pro I is a bit of a monster when it comes to the main camera. I know Juan doesn't like the monster term, but it is. It looks great, and it's the kind of phone that I could really. I think it's the perfect phone for the sort of thing that I want to do now. So I would really like to get a hold of that phone at some point. You can just do everything with it. Jezza. Did you pre-order it, mate? Did you get it before the 28th? Because I think you still get them. I got mine from Currys and it said that I get the deal, so... Yeah, they did a DC, yeah. Since the update, I haven't noticed any major bugs. Probably the only thing in its small is the auto brightness. Yeah, I think auto brightness on a lot of phones can be a little bit sketchy at times. I haven't really noticed it on the Pixel 6. But I'll keep an eye on that. See. But yeah, you should be fine, Jezza. You should be fine, mate. So, guys, oh, Aditya, mate. I honestly, I would love that phone. And don't forget, it's £1,599, right? The is it the RX? I can't remember which RX it is. Sony camera line that it's got the sensor from. It's a £1,200 camera. You've got a £1,200 camera, basically slapped into a £1,200 phone, and you get all of that for £1,600. The thing is insane, and just having the just all the features there, the Pro Video mode that they added as well. That is exactly what I wanted on my Xperia 5 II. I'm not even kidding. I hated Cinema Pro. Cinema Pro was a pain in the ass because I didn't want to set up every single shot for video. But in terms of the feature, you know, the basic mode's crap. There was nothing in between. Now there is, and that app and that setup is perfect for what I wanted. Absolutely perfect. It is a camera. It's a camera first. Yeah, definitely. You can't order the Pixel phone for Belgium and the Netherlands. Did they just not sell it there? Or what? Yeah. Having to set up for each shot that you want to do. Absolute pain. Absolute pain. Must go via Germany or France and pay extra shipping cost. It's a cheap phone though. The Pixel 6 is a pretty cheap phone for what you're getting. I think the extra cost on shipping and stuff, worth it. In my opinion. Just saying. Guys, right. Okay. This has been absolutely amazing. This has been the first Grounded Tech Talk. I have absolutely loved it. You guys have been awesome. The chat's been amazing. For my first stream on this channel doing this sort of thing, I couldn't have hoped for it to go better, and I appreciate the hell out of you, really, I really do. Or you do a giveaway. Maybe one day, maybe one day. But again, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. It's been an absolute pleasure. We're about to hit 2 hours on the stream. We're very close to 2 hours. It has absolutely flown by. I mean, imagine that. We've been here 2 hours and my Pixel 6 is still at 44%. Whew, crazy. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you. Deecha, Pixel Lifestyle, Ibrahim, Joris, Jezza, everybody else that I can't see in the chat at the moment. Thank you so much. Don't forget to drop a like on the stream anyway. And especially so, hit the subscribe button as well if you haven't already. Join the grounding crew today. And I'll see you all next time. Take it easy. Have a great weekend, and I will see you all very, very soon. Take it easy. Joris, get some sleep.